Hello everybody, welcome back to Prehistoric Kingdom. I'm sure you know exactly why we're making this video because if you like dinosaurs and dinosaur games and have been on the internet any time in the last week, you've seen that Prehistoric Kingdom released their Paraceratherium today. Um, and if you happen to follow Moral on YouTube, we did a little reaction video to that the other day. I'll put a little clip of that in this video right now. Ew! That thing is disgusting. But now, today is the 16th when it was supposed to come out, and as you can see, we have it up currently. This is the new update, so it wasn't just Paraceratherium, it was a few other things. So today we're going to be looking at the, obviously, big rhino and friends, and then everything else that came in the update. So without further ado, let's get started. So, what's new in Update 6? Obviously the Paraceratherium and its smaller horse-sized relative. We don't know how to pronounce that. Juxia? We'll take it like that. Donation boxes, which if you saw Moral's video, which I was in, about the February Dev Diary, I think it was, I'm really hyped about donation boxes because even though I can't make a good park, I really enjoy management in park building games. So hopefully I make a decent enough park where I can actually use these. And rock styling, we style rocks with the new moss, sand, and snow substrate options even. I guess you can just make the rocks fancier. Let's hit next. And then the mangrove. Ooh, new trees. We like this. I hate Dinosaurs because I hate dinosaurs with feathers, but mangroves is pretty cool. So let's just go into the desert showcase that I had from last time so I don't have to make new enclosures, and we can get into it there. Alright, so we have just loaded into the last map I had, which was the desert showcase. If you saw my last video, we were talking about only 2 months late these beautiful new additions, the Dilophosaurus, the Solidosaurus, and the Coelophysis. And then obviously it was on this map, the desert one. So first, I'm just gonna go and make a new little exhibit because we gotta put these big rhino boys somewhere. Alright, so first thing I noticed about the game, I did hear that there was some sort of like metal optimization or whatever. You can definitely tell, like the reflections are a little weird, and it's kind of lagging the game a bit, but that's just maybe my computer's dookie. Yeah, first, let's just get these big boys in. Give them some water before they, kill themselves. Alright, I would assume they can tolerate desert because, I'll put a map up on the screen of literally every Paraceratherium species that ever existed. They're all from Asia, and I'm pretty sure it was pretty dry when they lived, but oh my god, they should be able to tolerate desert. I hate that guy, Dinosaurs. Alright, so I can't pronounce that word, but he's hanging out with the rhino boys. So here is the Paraceratherium everyone knows. This is the one that was in Walking with Beasts. It's the biggest of the boys, and as you can see compared to this little lad, he's pretty big. He's only 4 stars though, so makes me think it's not the coolest, respectfully. Yeah, Mammoth has to be 5. Okay, so here's a big boy. He's got the female's a little smaller. I like this one just because it looks the most like Walking with Beasts, and that's what everyone's used to. This man's dark and looks like a Javan rhino. Yeah, it literally just looks like a gigantic Javan rhino. Indian rhino Javan. Yeah. And he's black. And then here... Alright, so if you saw Moral's video, his little short, I was dogging on this thing because I think it's so stupid looking. because it's like a little horse rhino. This is not a shot at the developers. I just think it's a funny looking animal, and I'm gonna stick by that. It just looks like a horse rhino. Look at his little mane, and then the female's even smaller. All right, so yeah, we're just gonna stick a few of these big boys in. We'll do like 5 of each because last time I realized, oh wow, forgot that was a thing. I forgot that you can get some genetic variation. So let's take all these fellas out and stick them all in. And then we'll... Where? Alright. They're really big. Let's hear what Nigel has to say.
Paraceratherium may look totally alien at first, but look again. You'll notice the resemblance to its modern relative, the rhinoceros. Although it lacks the large horns of keratin we expect from rhinos, the face of Paraceratherium still shares many features with them. Particularly noteworthy is that triangular upper lip, a prehensile structure that helps them manipulate their food.
Thank you, Nigel. The prehensile lip, I believe that's like that's a browser thing. So like the black rhinoceros in Africa today versus the white rhino. The white rhino's got the big square face. The black rhino has this funny little lip thing that helps them just eat differently, I guess. Skin-wise, they all look exactly the same. I guess you're a little different colored, and I like this. I like the coloration on this guy. Yeah, generally they all look pretty much the same, which I guess is to be expected because they are all exactly the same. I like them. They're just really big rhinos without horns, basically. So let's get into the second fella. We'll go 5 are you, 5 are you. And then stick these lat. So I think they're just smaller versions of the big boys, which would make sense because that's probably what they are. They just got the little armor on the back. I do like that. What species were you fellas? Boogtians? Bootines? I'll look up where they're from, but if I had to guess, it would be somewhere along the same lines as the Indian or Javan rhino area-wise. So maybe they just did that for a stylized look, or maybe just for fun. They have different... Oh, okay, so that's what I was going to look at next. So for the big boys, yeah, I'm not going to say it. This guy messes with desert and scrubland, which is, I guess, expected because this guy was from the desert. This is the one from Walking with Beasts, so if you remember that show, it was just all desert. But this guy, he's from tropical and scrubland as well. So that does make me think that he's probably from the Indian region. And then this last guy, tropical and temperate. So we can get the little lads in here. They're so ugly. We'll put these fellas in. They got a lot of skin variation. Look at that. Do they say something different, Nigel? No. God, they're hideous. But you can see that, like... Oh.
While a rhinoceros's smile could be considered rather unpleasant, the teeth of Paraceratherium make its smile something to behold. Beneath that long upper lip are 2 sets of tusks that point at odd angles from each jaw, making them look like they seriously need a visit from the dentist.
I'm gonna hold off on making a joke. But we're going to give this guy some of his preferred landscape so that he does not... What were these fellas? I completely forgot. It was tropical and temperate. That's right. There you go. Oh, they need food. I forgot about that. So then we can see them do their eating animations. These dudes are little, but in the trailer, they were eating from this, so I'm going to give them one of these too. You can have some, and then you can have one. Oops. We can go scrubland on these guys. Some clay, perhaps? It's not like it looks any different. Oh, you get a gap in there. That's okay. They're kind of mooing. I like that. So, I also want to see how big they are in compared to like a sauropod, because these are the largest mammals, land mammals, to ever exist, and I'm pretty sure after the sauropods, they were the largest land animal to exist, because they're just pushing nature's boundaries. I'm pretty sure. For mammals, I think they can only get so big, and I'm pretty sure these guys got it. So that's pretty legit on their part. But I do want to see how big they are compared to a sauropod. I did see somewhere someone posted a picture of a Camarasaurus next to one, and they were little schmeats. Which one's the smallest one? It's you. I just want one of you. Alright, here's a comparison of the smallest Camarasaurus and a pretty large Paraceratherium. I think this is a female. You gotta go walk over by the fellas. But you can see that they're pretty big. I think it was like 16 feet tall, 25 feet long is what Nigel said at some point. Camarasaurus is obviously a bit larger than that because it's a dinosaur. But pretty big and chunky. Like, this is a beautiful skin. This guy's laying down. Alright. So I don't think they hang out in herds this big. This kind of seems like a lot. But we can see them chomp. They kind of just feel like mammalian sauropods, which I guess is what they are. They sound like them, they look like them. That guy was just phasing through the ground, respect. Yeah, it's the Paraceratherium, that's what everyone's so hyped about. And it will definitely be making an appearance in parks and Chigos whenever I get around to making these fellas. Moral said he really wants these guys in the park, so we'll stay tuned for that, hopefully. Alright, so that's them fellas out of the way. The next is going to be donation boxes. I'm sure nobody's going to talk about this. So this is the small donation box. What is this? Why does it look like this? Medium and large. So, small donation box, kind of the one you'd expect to see at like a regular zoo. You just stick money in there. I don't think I've ever seen one like this. They're really pocket watching. Like, Some guy walks up here, puts in $1. You can see exactly how much somebody just put in. And this is like a claw machine. Like this is next level pocket watch. But I respect it. I'm sure these big ass animals bring in that kind of cheddar. But personally, I think I'd only use this one just because it looks more normal. Even if I'm building a big exhibit like this with a sauropod or whatever. This kind of just feels the most natural to me. But yeah, these are the donation boxes. We're lagging. Thank you. Yeah, so I'm sure nobody cares about the donation boxes when you just got these boys, but I like donation boxes. Next on the list is going to be rocks. So, ooh, wait, what are these? Prefab rocks. Is this new? I don't know. Let's see. They're kind of neat. Alright, so let's see what we can do with these. Oh, okay, so here's the new rock styling. Why did I hide that? Okay, so basically, you have your rock. This is deserty themed, it looks like, obviously. I don't know if they only have arid rock formations. Looks like it. But anyway, you can go into here and you can change what the rocks look like, which I'm a fan of. Personally, I don't know how I feel about, like, this doesn't match. Even though it says desert and sand and all that, it just doesn't give me the same vibe that even you're in the desert. It says it's desert, but it just doesn't look like it matches all those rocks, the mountains. But I do like that you can customize it now. Like, people are going to be putting moss on these rocks for days. What are these? Oh, you can... Never mind. I rescind my statement. You can change the color of the dirt. Okay, that's actually clutch, because now you can change to match these rocks, which is that. And then we go over here, put this bad boy on. That's not the same at all. Right, okay, I like this. So it definitely just gives people the opportunity to have rocks with different textures. And it probably makes your enclosures look a lot more vibrant. If you have like a forest enclosure or something and you have mossy rocks, that's definitely a better vibe than having plain rocks everywhere. But I mess with that. I don't do a whole lot of rock building, but I probably should. So I like that feature. Didn't think I'd like it, but I'm a fan. So we're just going through the patch notes at this point. So the new features, the new animals, the 2 species of Paraceratherium, these 2 fellas, and the Juxia. Oh, I don't actually know how to get to dig sites, but it said there's new dig sites. I've actually never seen this screen, so dig sites I would assume is here. They said they added these 2, which I believe are the Paraceratheriums. Yeah, Juxia and Paraceratherium. Those are those 2 guys' dig sites. You can see down here that they also come from here. That's the Indian. That's probably the Javan Rhino looking guy. Yeah, so for anybody doing their challenge parks or whatever, make sure to get these guys if you want the big rhinos. The other new feature, donation boxes. Pretty clutch, personally. This Camarasaurus has been sitting here for like 30 minutes. Yeah. Small, medium, large donation boxes. I'm a big fan. Don't know how many other people really care about donation boxes, but I care. Additions? A new animal dung type, avian dung. So I would assume that goes towards Archaeopteryx, maybe Microraptor, probably just for the aviary. Buildings and scenery, the rock type, or not rock type, the rock masking. I'm saying everything wrong. The moss, going on top of rocks, just everything you can do with the rock styling. That's new. And the grass masking, irrelevant to me, but it's new. And then the mangroves, new trees. And then everything else I'm not reading through because it's kind of just quality of life fixes, and any of those make the game better, so feel free to read through if you really want to. But yeah. Yeah, they're so ugly, but they're so cool. Yeah. It's not a stream, but it's a video, and I needed to get it out regardless because I needed to get everybody in the dinosaur communities covering this, so I got to get one out too. So hope you guys enjoy making parks with these big, stupid, ugly rhino friends. I'm sure I've already seen pictures in the PK Discord. People are making some banger exhibits with these guys. People are taking some banger screenshots next to sauropods and all that. So I won't be doing any of that because I don't make exhibits, but I just like to look at them. And so hopefully you guys enjoy the new update. There was a hot fix coming out. I did not, or that already came out actually. I'm not looking at that. I didn't want to read all that, but it's probably something useful. So you can go read about that on your own. Hope you enjoyed the little showcase of these big guys. And yeah, see you on the next whatever video comes out. See ya.